Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine, here with the R Holistic Killer, aka Sonya B. So I actually forgot to give you this other piece of the message. I didn't realize, but there was another page of messages. So anyway, but this is a thing that we're dealing with at this time, okay? The Most High wants you to be aware of this. He just wants you to know and understand if you have issues that's coming up right now pertaining to your mom, because right now we're having issues that are coming up pertaining to generational trauma, karma, curses, however you want to refer to it as. But we also have a common thing too that's also coming up is which is pertaining to moms, okay? And the way I saw this was some of you could be dealing with a situation where let's just say maybe that you and your mom may have had an unhealthy relationship, maybe most of your life, or maybe there may have been some bickering, some arguing, or maybe you felt like you was like really, really close to your mom in some sort of way. And I say all that to say that it's not that you're not necessarily close to your mom, but what it is the Most High just wants you to see how maybe your family dynamic or your situation or your relationship with your mom has basically been unhealthy. Okay, for some people it may have been unhealthy, and some people may have obviously have healthy relationships with their parent, but it's up to you to decipher through that, and it is up to you to discern as well as use your intuition in the process. Okay, so I say all that to say that a healthy relationship wouldn't always bump heads. A healthy relationship, it'd be an even give and take. A healthy relationship wouldn't always be a situation of a one-way street, meaning like let's just say maybe a parent always needs your help and they're never there for you in your time of need. Let's just say it's a situation of maybe a parent could be coming with their hands out of needing something, wanting something, and necessarily wanting something in particularly from you in a sense. And let's just say maybe you may have other siblings in a sense, but they do not put this weight or expectations on the other siblings, but possibly putting it just on you. Okay, so I say all that to say that it's not the fact of sometimes we have to realize that if we have a bond or connection with somebody and we feel like, oh my God, like I felt myself always being around this person in a sense, but the dynamic is toxic or unhealthy, it's important to examine that. Because I say all that to say some of us could be used to just sticking in certain relationships, whether it be relationships with our family members, whether it be relationships with, romantic spouse, or whether it be relationships with coworkers, bosses, or neighbors, or whatever the case may be. Okay, you're gonna have to discern through that. But I say all that to say that if you found yourself being in cycles, repetitive habits, repetitive behavior and with that being said, if you find yourself in those places, in a sense, it's time to sit back and examine, do I have a healthy dynamic with this individual person, whether it's your mom or whether it's a situation with other family members. Okay, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a situation of, you guys are married into the family. However, you need to just examine whether the relationship that you have with these individual people, whether it may be possibly toxic, or it could be a situation coming from, I'm so used to dealing with this. This is me being in my comfort zone, and anything outside of that is going to make me feel uncomfortable. Okay. So I say all that to say that sometimes people can be in toxic and unhealthy relationships and not even know it. Okay. And I say all that to say, but the Most High right now is allowing stuff that has been way deep down in the subconscious and allowing it to come up to the surface so that you may see how you may have been playing a role in your own pain that you possibly dealing with in your life, okay, pertaining to these different people. So I say all that to say that some of you could be dealing with the situation to where, let's just say, if you have a situation where your mom is staying with you or needing to come stay with you, it's time to examine that, because the way I saw this was, it was as if a parent was moving in, but they was coming with their ideology that you don't necessarily agree with. And it's almost like, no, you cannot bring that into my house in a sense, because remember, as I said in the other video, the scripture that says train up a child in the way that they should go. So let's just say maybe if your parent, mom, or family members may be coming to your house in a sense, and they come in with a certain mindset, just know that your kids are sitting back observing and absorbing that same type of energy. So yes, it is important to be mindful of that. Okay. So anyway, but with that being said, it's almost like, again, the Most High is wanting not only you, but also wanting whoever it is that you have an unhealthy relationship with, whether it's a family member, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad. And it's basically, I just heard addressing the issue, and even if you address the issue and they're not getting it, it's like you saying what you need to say, speak up, and basically let it go. Release attachments to the situation and the possible outcome of the situation. Because for some people, they may change, and for others, they may not change. But it's important for you to release attachments to the situation. And that's what God is also trying to get us to do as well, too. So some of us have been in a situation that we have been have had codependency issues, whether it be just close to a family member or close to a mom or dad or whatever the case may be. And again, the dynamic could be toxic or unhealthy. But anyway, so with that being said, it's time to sit back and examine, observe, and basically reflect on the situation that you possibly have with these individual people. Speak your truth, know your truth, and know and understand that this is the Most High putting pressure on those who do not want to change, in a sense. And I say all that to say because, as I said in the other video, there was a situation of a mom and an aunt who was somewhere probably around about the age of, 40 something, between like 40 something, 50, or possibly 60, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I just saw 555. As I said, that 5 represents change. So I say all that to say the aunt and the mom didn't necessarily want to hear what the person had to say, kind of like what I'm doing right now in regards to, bringing generational, patterns and habits to your awareness, in a sense, so that way that you can reflect on it. But I saw that maybe the younger generation is a little bit more open to that, more so than those who are somewhere around about their 40s, late 40s, 50s, and 60s, in a sense. So basically, the Most High is also dealing with them as well, too, okay? And not only that, but also dealing with you. So everybody has a part that they have to play in a situation. So it's almost like a domino effect. One decision and action that you take is also going to help push them in a direction that they need to go, in a sense. Okay. So remember that, and remember that the common thing that we're dealing with right now is family. So if any family issues are coming up, just reflect on it. Okay. Reflect on what's coming up at this given time, as well as any situations pertaining to your mom or your dad or just anybody else that is within your immediate environment. Okay. So with that being said, I wish you all much love, much light. Into the next message. Bye.